Ladies and gentlemen, I am usual. The game is Hearthstone, and welcome back to the Mega-Minion deck. The season has ended, the ranks have been reset, so we're playing from a relatively clean ladder again. Let's just get straight into battle. I don't plan to change anything in the deck for this episode. We'll just see how things go. Spinny, 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 spinny. Yay! Well, at least it wasn't the StarCraft Pro. Right.
Versus Thrall.
Yay, unlimited tank shaman totems. Right, so Overspark, Bodyguard, Shield, and Lightspawn. You know what, I'm not going to change that hand, because Overspark's handy to have if I need a hard removal on the taunt, and Lightspawn, well, that's an interesting play on turn 3, particularly if you then match it up with, ooh, shiny. Windfury Harpy, one of those cards where if you can get it going, it does absolute carnage. So, very tempted for Lightspawn turn 3 or Bodyguard turn 4. See how things go. Shadow Earth Pain, not worth the effort at the moment. We'll simply turn over again. Don't like these slow opening games, but sometimes the hand doesn't leave you any choice.
Give me a quest.
Right. Tempted to shut this guy down fast before he gets out of hand. Don't want to use Overspark on him though, so we'll break out Shadow Word Pain and just go for Disposal like so. Bye bye. Alright. Lightspawn next turn unless he pulls out something that would wipe it very, very quickly. Failing that, will Coin and Bodyguard. Okay, 2, 2, 1. Okay. Yeah, Coin and Bodyguard, I think.
Get behind me.
No point silencing the healing totem. He'll kill everything on that board in one attack if he gets the chance. So, what are you going to pull out? Because I've now got to take a quick pause, bring out the Lightspawn and maybe Power Word shield him. Now, are you going to start suiciding gnomes and dragonlings in to boost up your... Yes, you are. There's a surprise. That was stupid of me. Okay, so what have I got? Mogashan Warden. Yeah, Warden. Power Word Shield to boost it up a little. And yay! And then we're going to quickly shut down this fool before it gets out of hand. Possibly a waste of silence, but there you go. So, next turn, if I get a Divine Spirit, fine. If he breaks out Hex, however, this could get very ugly very quickly. So, what are you going to break?
Don't mess with Tusk.
One of those moments where Holy Nova would come in really sodding handy. On the other hand, since he's silenced, he doesn't have his Munchies proc anymore. Holy Nova, Holy Nova, Holy Nova. Not what I wanted. Okay. End of your time restore health to all minions. Adjacent minions have +2 attack. Okay, let's heal that. fire it. Shut down those two. And do I break out Overspark? No, I don't. We hold it at that because he's going to have to trade potentially all 3 of his attack minions to get that warden off the board now. But again, maybe he isn't. What a pisser. Ow. Well, at least he's used his bloodlust. That is something, I suppose. Oh, lovely. Okay. Lord of the Arena makes sense. Would make sense at this point. Booty Bay Bodyguard would let me... would not survive the turn, to be frank, but it would again force him to go for board clearance, and I can get a heal in onto it.
I wonder.
No, we will go for Lord of the Arena because that will probably survive. Maybe survive.
The gates are open. Job done.
Yeah, there we go. As I keep saying, right now, Holy Nova would be really, really handy to have. I've got 2 in the deck somewhere, but they aren't showing. What are you going... Well, at least he blew a hex. That's something. Holy Nova, Holy Nova, Holy Nova. Ow, 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 ow. This is not going to plan at all. Right, so, Booty Bay Bodyguard.
Get behind me.
Lightspawn or heal? Lightwell or heal? Let me see. 2, 4, 5. We need 16 for the kill. We'll get the Lightwell out. At least that'll be doing its job. And then pray. Let me see, how much attacks he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so unless he can boost it, or unless he's got some direct damage at his disposal... Wait a minute. Oh, why do I say these things? Ah! Yeah, well, suicide it into the... What are you doing? Just suicide it into the... Oh, of course he's going to kill the Lightwell, isn't he? Oh, God. And that's the kill. GG. GG. Nicely played. Very nicely played. Never really got my momentum going. Haha, yeah. Got fairly soundly beaten on that one. Not sure what I could have done. A Holy Nova at any point in that gambit would have shut him down hard, but it just never came up in the deck. On the other hand, could I have been more aggressive with my creatures? I don't think so. Problem is with that deck, once you're on the defensive, you can only throw out 1 tank at a time in the mid game, and they can just beat it down if they've got ball control. Anyhow, suck it up, get another game going. Oh no. Right, okay, can't go any worse than last time. Right, so...
Bring victory.
Another powered shield, second powered shield. Well, I'm tempted to keep both, you know, just mill the deck a little. In fact, let's go for that. What do I have? Overspark and the Lord of the Arena. Well, that's not really an improvement. Well, let's see what draws. Kurobashi Berserker. Not really practical. Don't want to pull out Overspark on turn 3. Ascension Shield Master. Well, maybe. Coin and Ascension turn 3. Bit awkward. Okay, there's his Taunt. That will have to go. Still. Yeah, you know what? Let's coin and pull out the Tazdingo. Inviting a shadow word pain here, but we'll see what happens. Wait a minute, what am I saying? Shadow word pain? He's not a priest.
Tazdingo! Yes.
Snap. I'll just get rid of the totem first, I think. Okay. To mill or not to mill? That is the question. Well, you can go. Now, also, to overspark or not to overspark? You know what, let's overspark.
Time for sure.
Cross your fingers! Balls. Well, I may have to accept that that's where the dinosaur and the troll have a disagreement. Oh dear, what are you about to break out? 4 damage. Why? Because you can then run the totem and trade that. Okay, nice touch. At least you have crippled yourself going into this turn. Of course, I then have to use using Shadow of Death to get rid of the Devil's Saw, which is overkill, to say the least. So, there we go. Bye-bye! Overspark, you idiot. Gnome to the face, and heal up. Worth silencing the Magi. He's overloaded this turn, so pass for the moment, I think.
I'm not ready.
Do you ever get the feeling you've made a horrible, horrible decision? Right, okay. Could Holy Fire get rid of one of the ogres? If I try and put the Gurubashi out, it will get killed. That's simple enough. Lord of the Arena, likewise, fragged. So, yes, let's go for the nuke. There we go. Again, to silence or not to silence? Not to silence. I'm hanging that in reserve in case he pulls out a taunt that I need to kill off. Still waiting on the... Okay, well that gives me some options, but I need to be able to deploy them first. So we'll get out the Lord of the Arena. That will hopefully force him to trade off the Fire Elemental. And... not worth using Powered Shield on it because he'll still die anyway. And if I just break out the Gurubashi next turn, I can rev it up. Okay, so Lava Burst. Double Overload again. I don't know. Oh, God. I am starting to develop a rather nasty hatred for Shaman. Right, okay. New option needed. I am... probably dead. Holy Nova. Just for the healing. And then heal again. At this point, prayer sounds like a viable alternative. I'm starting to hate direct damage shaman decks. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. Okay. This is a desperation move. I need to mill the deck really, really quickly. So, Power Shield. Perfect.
Get behind me.
And take it up to 6 health. No, because I have still lost regardless. He'll run the elemental into the... and then kill that.
I must consider. You have best.
I'm getting my backside kicked. Ugh. At least you can't lose stars, but ye gods, how do I make a mess of things? I don't have much experience against shamans, and I'm now acquiring it the hard way. Right, go again! Luck has to change sometime, or maybe I'll acquire a clue, who knows?
Anduin versus Rexar.
Unleash the Hound deck. Right, well, Holy Nova came up, so we'll keep that handy immediately. Holy Smite gives me an early shutdown on a Buzzard if he pulls one out. And Sen'jin Shieldmaster, well, why the hell not? That's a coin and turn 3 option if I need it. Okay, Lightwell for turn 2, I think. I'm going
for action.
Ultra Footway. Okay, well let's pull out the Lightwell.
Job's done.
I don't think he can easily kill it unless he decides to abuse kill command fairly quickly. Now, are you going to pull out the Buzzard on me? My options, of course, are pretty limited at this point. I have to wait another turn or 2 to get the Shieldmaster out. He's being sensible. He's tempting the Lightwell to split its healing. On the other hand, I can simply use Lesser Heal to patch the Lightwell up. Well, again, hang on to Holy Smite. I don't want to blow it too ready. Or rather, too early. It's guns. It's not even 12:30. Shouldn't be mixing my words like that. Okay, so Wind Fury, Divine Spirit, and an Inner Fire if it comes up. Failing that, Sen'jin going into turn 4, I think. Mostly because I don't think he can kill it in one shot, and even if he can, it's a useful bullet magnet, and he's got to trade, well, an arcane shot or a deadly shot, and then probably the Iron Fur Grizzly to get rid of it. So, options for turn 5: Holy Nova. If he starts pulling out a Beast Blitz, which he doesn't seem to be doing at the moment, what on earth is he playing at? Is he just not getting the cards? Because... Oh. Right. Okay. Holy Nova now sounds rather attractive, doesn't it? Very attractive, in fact. So... let's break it out. And shut down at least his initial deployment. Problem is that leaves me with a 4-1 on the board and no real way to get rid of it this turn. I want to get the Harpy out and Spirit and fire it. But to do that, I've really got to get rid of his Houndmaster. Or at least get enough onto the board to secure things. Okay, so he's coined. What's he going for?
What you looking at?
Ogre. Awkward as hell. So, pull out the Wind Fury at this point. He'll be tempted to just run the Ogre. He may be tempted just to do it to kill the Lightwell. Doesn't really matter either way. I can turn it... Actually, I can turn the Lightwell into a 10-10, can't I? Question is whether I
wonder.
Go for the Wind Fury. You know what? Let's pull out the... No, let's not pull out the Wind Fury. We'll pull out Holy Smite to zap his Houndmaster. Then we'll break out that to heal the Lightwell. Then we'll Spirit Fire and kill the Ogre quick. Leaves me a bit vulnerable to deadly shot. But it does give me initiative on the board. I can get the ogre and the harpy out next turn, depending on how things play. Okay. Blown one of my 2 principal attack combos, though. On the other hand, he has now got to get rid of a 10-4 self-healing minion, so we shall see. Of course, 2 arcane shots would do the job very nicely. Okay. You must be short of options. Right, let's get the harpy out. And kill or kill. Kill or kill. Kill or kill. Ah, who am I kidding? In the face. Right, so I can potentially kill him off next turn if he doesn't put a taunt into play or get rid of either the harpy or the Lightwell. Why do I open my mouth on these things? There goes the trade. We'll pull out the ogre. Heal the harpy. And then Wind Fury. So, 10 to 30, fairly solidly onto, my side of the battle, but if he's got something up his sleeve, he could still turn this round. Don't know how, but
The gates are open.
that's a good start. Okay. No, won't save him because I can simply kill his minion. Oh, I could have silenced it. Smash and smash. Game over. Yeah, once you get your spleen back. I think it's over on the side. Anyhow, a win! I'll settle for that. And a shiny of some description. Okay. Golden Holy Smite at level 23. Well, okay, it's a ding and not a shiny, but another game!
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Right, so
Shall be mine.
The light
Got the
shall
coin.
bring victory.
and Lord of the Arena. Don't much of that. We'll keep the Holy Nova, because if he decides to go for blips, I need some way to shut them down through their stealth. Everything else can mulligan, and we'll see what comes up. Lightspawn, Harpy, and Divine Spirit. Not a great opening hand, but I've got enough components of synergies that it might pay off. Of course, in order for this to work, I actually have to get something I can use, so I'm still very, very dependent on what the draw gives me. Warlock, of course, doesn't have this problem because he can life tap! And I'm still stuck for options. Why on earth would I want to Divine Spirit? Anyhow, just heal up the damage from the Leper Gnome. And go again. Come on, give me something to work with. I could coin and Lightspawn or coin and Warden. What's he doing? Is he going to AoE his own Wardens at this point? Right, sorry, A&E his own Leper Gnomes. Okay, let's coin and get the Warden out. Just to stop the rot on my health. It'll also tempt him to burn both his Leper Gnomes. Of course, he may just pull Corruption out, but we shall see. Next turn, I think it's going to have to be the Lightspawn. Yeah, so that's one. And here comes the Death Rattle. 2. Death Rattle again. Drain life. Don't quite have the kill. Oh, yes, he does. Well, at least he's had to burn a lot of cards. And a lot of board to get that, so... Light Spawn out. If he can't get it this turn, I can basically turn that into a 2020. Which will be very, very funny, and very, very painful for him.
Why do you call?
Okay.
I smell blood. I smell blood.
Change of plan. Holy Nova sounds really good at this point, just to shut down all those lovely Worgen he thinks he's got. Yes, let's do it. However, first, let's kill his Voidwalker. And then we'll Holy Nova. Bit of a risk here, because if he now pulls out the blimps, I can't easily get rid of them, but hey, who cares? Shadow Bolt, and probably a Mortal Coil coming in as well. That's his second Mortal Coil gone. Also his second removal. I can get the Harpy out next turn. Not quite as abusable as a Light Spawn, because I'll need enough fire to capitalise, but you know what? I don't care. I mean, I can still turn that into a 2020. In fact, I can turn it into a 2020 Wind Fury, if I'm so minded. If I get enough fire.
Put this apple on your head.
Okay, here comes a
Squire,
blitz
attend me.
of summons. So that's one knife, two knives. At least they both hit Anduin. It would have been awkward if I'd lost the Harpy. Or at least it had gotten damaged. So we'll powered shield it. Doesn't unfortunately get me enough fire. That would have been highly amusing, but I can get a Light Spawn up, and then we will shut down his Knife Juggler, and I think we'll shut down his Storm and Chance as well. The trade's awkward, but what the hell. Oh, and heal up. Now, are you going to let me have that Light Spawn intact, or are you going to smell a rat? I'm still sitting on an Inner Fire. If I was an Ogre, I could use the combo on. I could potentially use the Sen'jin Shield Master to boost it. I mean, that would be pretty dangerous, 2020 taunt.
Many possibilities.
Problem is, if he starts pulling out the big demons, there goes Soulfire, but at least he has to discard. Excellent, he's had to lose a tank for it. Okay, he is still grasping.
Why do you call?
Right. What else is he pulling out? Avoid Terror. Okay, well... I think we'll Shadow Word Death that between you and me. Not having that running around. And we'll put the Gurubashi Berserker into play. So he's blown his board. I have blown my Shadow Word Death to clear it, but not the end of the world. Still think I've got the initiative here, but could turn that around. He's blown most of his spell cards at this point, or at least most of the last ones. He's still sitting on 2 corruptions potentially, but he has been life tapping fairly hard. I'm 7 cards ahead of him on the fatigue race. And I've still got Overspark if I need to go for removal or at least neutralization on something nasty. The moment I get Inner Fire, mate, you are so very, very dead. Yeah, well, make your mind up. Doors open, doors close. Doors open, doors close. Doors open, doors close.
Someone called.
Was he just running a cheap and disposable minion deck?
Bingo! Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay, Powered Shield into the Gurubashi. See what comes up. Holy Fire. could get rid of the Senjin Shieldmaster. In fact, yes, let's go for that, because that heals Andrew back to full, shuts down a tank. Nice and handy. We'll rev up the Gurabashi and heal him up again.
Job done.
Not necessarily the best use, but at least I've now got a 5-9 initiative. What do you... Okay. Interesting. Did he just not get the cards he needed? Because to be frank, I was just waiting for him with fires. Although he conceded when he did, he still had 4 cards in hand. I'd love to know what he had. But until they put a replay feature into this game that lets you see your opponent's hand and the decisions he made, it becomes quite hard to analyse an opponent's play. But actually, that would be a nice feature. How about it, Blizzard? So, worthy opponent, come forth and face me. Oh, mirror match. Oh, this could be interesting.
The light shall bring victory. The light shall burn you.
And I'm going first. Even worse. Right. We'll keep Divine Spirit. We will lose the other 2 in the hopes of getting something useful. Hope is the first step upon the road to disappointment. At least I have a quick tank if I need it. Okay, end turn, nothing to be done there. So, still fishing in the deck. No harm in being polite, I suppose. Still got nothing to work with. What did you copy? Can't be too bad. Worst case scenario, it's Holy Fire or Divine Spirit. I mean, potentially I could give him 3 Divine Spirits. If he's running a Mega-Minion deck as well, that would make for some truly horrid options. Mind Blast on turn 2. Are you scrambling for options? Well, still anything useful, so just heal up. And next turn we'll get the Senjin out and start playing the board. Of course, if he doesn't deploy anything, the light spawn's more tempting. So coin and what do we see? Senjin Shieldmaster, as expected. Right, so we shall light spawn.
Job's done.
At least that way, if he does go for the trade, it works in my favour. Of course, he may simply go for the bypass. Okay, so Holy Smite, and then you're going to follow with a Wolf Rider. Yay, well at least it's a trade. Ugh. Okay. No way to get rid of the Senjin for the moment, so I think we'll just pull out ours. And mirror up. So, let's see what you go for. Probably a Shadow Word Pain. That would be my move if I had an ideal hand at this point. Gamble, you're thinking about it. Or a second Holy Smite. Northshire Clerics, wow. Okay, so there we go, and then in comes the healing abuse. Okay, so Holy Fire gets rid of the troll in more ways than one. Then I think we'll just shut down this cleric, and I'm not in a great position with that troll being down to 3-1, but it could be worse. Lord of the Arena next turn. The gates will well and truly open. If he kills the troll. If not, we'll risk the ogre. Because Spirit and Fire to that, it's a 14-14. Spirit and Fire, that's only a 10-10.
I must consider.
Holy Smite. Nope, Stormlight, fine. Okay. Right, Holy Nova's a waste of time at this point. So, could go for a Booty Bay Bodyguard and Divine Spirit it to take up to a 5-8. Or could Lord of the Arena, which the
I must consider.
Stormpike Commando wouldn't survive attacking. Let's pull out the ogre. And then just see what he does. Not playing a taunt does tempt him to attack me. He certainly won't want to waste the commander unless he's got something in reserve, like, say, Shadow of Death. But better to draw that now than having used it on an amped up minion, so I don't want to lose the ogre at this stage, but push comes to shove.
I must consider.
Tazdingo!
Okay, so 3 mana left. And go to bypass. Okay. Why? Because he can, but why not? Right, so let's power shield. Then Shadow of Pain into the troll. Divine Spirit. Inner Fire.
Well played.
Minion to the face. And a Lightwell out.
Job done.
This is where he
Well
breaks out
played.
Shadow of Death, because he really can't have an 18-18 on the board, can he? Come on, what do you think you've got? Yeah, indeed. Okay, defensive taunt, fine, so that's just buying you a turn. I don't think I've got a quick removal for it unless Overspark comes up in the draw. You're getting ideas as well, aren't you? 7 to 9. Here it comes. No. No! Oh, wow. Okay. Well, he may simply just run the dwarf into me again. Couldn't blame him if he did. Don't know why you're going to do that, mate. It won't achieve anything. There you go. No? Okay, fine. You realize I'm just going to heal that. Like so. Right. Okay, we'll use the ogre first. Take some more damage. Very tempted to Holy Nova. It's overkill. It's massive overkill. But no, we'll get the bodyguard and the Mogashan water out. So I'm now 2 layers of taunts defending the ogre, so minions are going to have a problem. Unless he's got a direct removal in there somewhere, he is probably toast. And if you can't
Not
neutralise
quite
the
what this
ogre, yeah. Do you have Shadow Word Death, mate? Because right now that's your best hope. No, you don't, because if you did, you'd have played it immediately as your... Or at least, even if you had to Overspark, you wouldn't be any worse off than you already are. If it came up a Devil's Source, so...
I wonder.
Come on, decision times. You're staring against an opponent that can kill you on your next turn. How do you kill it first?
Not too quickly.
Not by letting the dynamite explode, that's for certain. Okay, so panic heal. Again. Trade on the goblins. Doesn't save you. You are dead, mate. Very subtle.
You have better.
Yeah.
Well played.
That was that. Well, nice to see it working for once. This is always handy. Right. One more game, I think. One more game. So very, very easy to say that when playing Hearthstone. So very, very easy to do.
Anduin versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Right now, I really, really need a Holy Fire because that is a hunter, and chances are he's probably going to go for an Unleash the Hounds Blitz because that's flavour of the month. For those of you who aren't... Oh, why did I even bother swapping that hand round? For those of you who aren't familiar with it, you basically wait for your opponent to pull out a couple of minions. You have Starving Buzzard and Scavenging Hyenas on the game. And you use Unleash the Hounds to get several 1/1 hounds with charge onto the field and then sacrifice them. You get an extra card per buzzard for each hound, and of course the Scavenging Hyenas get their boost as well. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do this turn, so we're just going to have to turn over. The end result is basically a Blitz deck that's almost as bad as the Murgle Krieg. Like I said, almost as bad as the Murgle Krieg. Okay, right, well, I'm not letting you have that Timberwolf, so we'll just shut that down now, if you don't mind. You're not having that little boost, and then we'll turn over again. Holy Nova is really handy because you can get that into about turn 4 or 5 if you're coining, and then basically shut his whole early play down. Because all of the cards he relies on are fairly weak in health. Now, to light spawn or not to light spawn, that is the question. I think we will simply hang back and content ourselves with healing up. Right! 4 mana, he can pull out some more nasties at this stage if his hand will permit. Hunter's Secret. That is probably... What's that one that lets shunts the minion back into your hand and has it costing 2 extra mana? Who cares? Let's pull out the light spawn and see what happens. Okay, it didn't go for it. Right. Booty Bay Bodyguard next turn then. I'm a little worried that his blitz isn't materialising. On the bright side, he did just waste a deadly shot, so you know what? I'm happy with that. What I'm less happy with is the fact that he's beating me down quite rapidly. So, Booty Bay Bodyguard, throw that into contention. Again, still hanging on to the coin. Don't really have any use for it yet. It'd be nice to get the Lightwell out, of course, but we shall see. Still concerned about that secret. Okay, well that just turns into a regular 5/4. He gets a random beast out. Oh, of course. Smack, there's the play. Fine by me, he's blown a silence, so we'll pull out the Mogashan Warden because that's still got enough oop to whack either of his attack creatures, and we will Lightwell in support. So, what have you got? Multi-shot. Fine. And here comes Unleash the Dogs. Well, he's going to have to trade with it, and he's blown most of his synergies. However, he can get rid of my Mega-Minion Warden. And then you'll just trade the owl off. Why he shot his bolt like that, I do not know. But at least I didn't get hit too badly. He's made something of a mess of that deployment. You really do need the starving buzzard or the scavenging hyena to get maximum mileage out of Unleash the Hounds. However, come on, trade the owl and then realise you can't do anything, but you can at least get rid of a taunt. Come on, mate. Don't overthink it.
Moves quickly.
You can do 1 point of damage to me and you're baiting the Lightwell to waste healing onto Anduin rather than the Warden. What are you waiting for? Kill the tank. No? Ooh. Lightwell's back. Okay, we will heal the Warden. Get the second bodyguard out. And then shut down his minion. So he's not in a great position. I think he may have shot his bolt, both figuratively and literally. Now, has he got an arcane shot, or is he... no way to tell, really. Next turn, I think I'm just going to use the Mugashun as arrow fodder and run it into that secret, see what it does.
I wonder.
Because even if it's something like Vaporize... I know, Vaporize is a mage secret. Put it this way, no matter what it is, it's not going to be good news for me, and it's going to be triggering out direct damage to him. I have got to get rid of it to win, so... might as well just bite the bolt and get it over with. I'd say bite... actually, bite the bullet? Maybe if it was a dwarf hunter. You never know. Come on, make your mind up. You really don't want to let me get too much momentum up, and that's what I'm doing at the moment.
I wonder. Moves quickly.
What on earth? Have you gone AFK? Am I playing against an empty desk?
I wonder.
This could be a... well, this could be a curious match, to say the least. Anyhow, 1-5, the Mugashun's almost back. Pull out the Gurubashi. And then heal the Mugashun, and as per plan, run it into the secret. There we go, there's the secret. Do 2 damage to all enemies. Explosive trap, could have been worse. Does rev the Gurubashi up for me. Right, and then just in the face. Alright, turn over. I have still got an opponent, haven't I? The animator hasn't suffered a sudden and unexpected heart attack, thereby defeating the Black Beast of Arg! Which I hear is a castle down in the north of Africa. Oh, that's quite a pretty place, actually. I don't think I've got an opponent at the other end of the connection somehow. Oh dear, what a shame. Smashing, Healy, Smashy, and let's get the ogre out. Ends a turn. I think he's walked away. I think he's... of course, if he just doesn't want to necessarily table flip immediately, just wants to take a break and leaves me playing against an empty board. Well, in that case, we shall Just skip forward to the end. If he starts playing anything, I'll let you know. Bam. 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 Game over. Right, I can only assume that he walked away when his Unleash the Hound's Gambit failed. Not that I really care. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Useful. That has been the Mega-Minion deck. Not too shabby a run. Until next time, farewell.